going on, everybody? Man, Eric Wilson, Sports Arena here. And again, the days are plugging away, and we're getting closer and closer to the National Scouting Combine, hosted at the Grand Parks Event Center from March 7th to the 11th. Check them out, nationalscoutingcombine.com. The gentleman I'm bringing you today, this man has played both sides of the ball. Defensive lineman, outside linebacker. He's played tight end for, excuse me, Virginia State University. So let me go ahead and bring him in here. This is Mr. Deondis Mendenhall. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Doing good. How about yourself, sir?
Appreciate you joining me here on the Sports Arena. So, Deondis, can you just kind of take me through your love of the game and how football has, got inside that heart and made you the player that you are today?
Perfect. Man, honestly, me playing game of football, man, it had taught me a lot, man. I've just so happened to be blessed with coaches, to teach me the game of life through the game of football. And as far as me, growing up, at first, I second oldest of 10, single mother, I didn't know anything about football. I just so happened to, end up talking to one of the coaches and playing flag football. And coach was like, "Hey, man, we want you to come and, do a child in middle school." And, I didn't know anything about it. Hey, my mom didn't really want me to play it. But,
Moms, man, moms are always like that, man. They don't want their babies getting hurt. Don't matter whether you oldest or the youngest.
oh yeah, most definitely. And but my mom, she didn't want me to play, but she supported me. And she was like, "Well, I won't promise I'll come to the game and watch it get hurt, but I'll be rooting for you. Hey, it's always that, that okay, mom, I still want you to be there. Hey, support. Come see. But my grandmother, my grandma, my grandfather, and my uncles and aunties, they love to see me play. So, they always used to show up and stuff like that. So
That's nice.
it was fun.
So, I mean, three positions, man, defensive, two on the defense, one on the offensive side of the ball. Tell me about you making that transition from the defense to the offense, man. There's an interesting story behind it. I got to hear it.
Yeah. All right. So as far as making the transition from defense to offense, starting on the defensive end, I played defensive end in middle school. I was probably no taller than 5'9", and those guys that I played with was older, so most of the guys that I played with was bigger, faster, and stronger. I didn't know anything about lifting weights and stuff like that. I just work out. My first time ever working out was my 8th grade year, and that was it. I mean, I just used to play the game. You just go out and just do it. But I hit a growth spurt. I hit a couple growth spurts from the time that the 8th grade to the 10th grade. So it was like boom, it was a lot going on.
Right.
But as transitioning from the defense to the offense, it wasn't bad. Uh, as a defensive end, I knew what the tight end would be doing and everything like that. So when I swapped over, it was like, okay, boom, I got a jump start. I got a jump start on the linebacker. I got a jump start on the defensive end. Anytime that they had their opposite hand down, I knew what to read. I knew how fast they were gonna cheat because that's what I do. I played both sides. I know your reaction. I know what hand you're gonna use in order to attack me with. So with switching over and being that guy to be able to look and see both sides, I knew what was coming. And as far as when that transition, it wasn't hard, but the way the game moved, when the game is being played, when you're practicing it and it's being, moving, practice is moving fast.
Right.
Get into the game, then it slows down. Then you automatically can see everything, as it goes. But it wasn't a harsh transition. But as far as the different reads and the different uh, game plans and the coaching, you have to be able to be coaching. Man, I get you
Yes,
not.
that's huge.
Those like as long as you're able to be coached through any position, and you got great coaches that's doing it. Oh man, you can't. There's no way you can't be successful.
Wow, that's huge, man. That is so huge. And to be a young man in your position, having played both sides of the ball, just to have that knowledge, that's going to set you apart from a lot of people. I now have a better understanding of why you have been given such a great opportunity to be at the National Scouting Combine and be seen by talent, by agents and scouts and things of that nature. One last question before I let you get out of here, and it's a question I ask everybody. So don't give me the politically correct answer. All right. I know that you don't have a say in where you go. A team is going to look at your tape. They're going to see what you do at the National Scouting Combine. And then they're probably going to have a couple conversations with you to see if you will fit into their scheme. However, that's not what we're talking about right now. What I want to know is who is that team, Deondis? Who is that team that you want to go play for? That you know getting in that locker room, you are going to have an instant impact.
I've always had two teams in mind.
Okay.
I've always had two teams in mind. Um, there's one team I'm about to name, man. I was in Detroit my 10th grade year, and I ended up, was in a program that was overseas, and I ended up meeting some great guys, man. These guys had just got drafted and and became a part of the Detroit Lions. Titus Young and Willie Young. Those two guys, man, they impacted me a lot when I met those guys. Willie Young was a defensive end, and Titus Young was a receiver out of Boise State. Man, when I met those guys, man, uh, it was different. The Lions, they was that facility that I walked through, and it just blew my mind. I thought I would never, be in that situation, but I would say the Lions, man. And the second team that I named would be the Texans.
The Houston Texans. Okay. All right. Deondis, man, thank you so much for joining me here on the show. I'm excited to meet you, sir. Again, Deondis Mendenhall. This brother does defense or offense. So whichever y'all need him for, he gonna plug and play and be a part of your team. I'm excited to see your journey. Again, I'm excited to see you at the National Scouting Combine, March 7th through the 11th in Indianapolis. Mr. Mendenhall, thank you so much, man. Have a blessed
Thank
day.
you for having me. You do the same, sir. Thank you.
Your man Eric Wilson, Sports Arena. See, that's what I'm talking about. These young men who have the mental ability and the physical ability to truly move on to the next level and do what they love to do and just be great athletes and also great men. Talk to y'all guys really soon.